Wake up, wake up, wake up. One in the chat if you can hear me. Yeah, the mic was muted. Mic was muted for some reason. I had to go turn it on. Can y'all put a one in the chat if you can hear me now? The mic was turned off for some reason. I had to click out of it, come back in. Thank you all. I hope I don't have no fucking long break on the audio version. Cool beans. Everybody good? Y'all can hear me? Y'all can see me? All right. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Guys, I'm not a professional. I am just good. Look at everybody popping in, y'all. Y'all must miss me on a Monday. Enoch, what's up? Lily, what's up? Island girl, Lily. Shauna, good morning, Shauna. Everybody tell my precious Shauna, good morning. Everybody let Shauna know she had a great weekend. So happy and proud, and words can't describe. So much love. She's such a good person. Everybody show Shauna some love. Who else we got up in here? We got C Tuck in the building. Grandma Kathy, what's up? Tabitha, Angelina, what is going on? We're going to get started. So today we're going to be talking about, let me let y'all know what we're talking about today. First, we talking about Diddy's mom, Mama Mohawk, a.k.a. The Wig. She is pissed off. She say she did not get hit. You know, in the documentary, they say Diddy put his hands on his mom, called her a bitch. She's saying that didn't happen. We're going to talk about it. Also, Diddy's lawyers, namely Mark Agnafilo, is pissed, and he might not want to work for Diddy no more. That shit is getting real. We're going to talk about that. Diddy's attorneys, and also prayers to the if there was a mass shooting in South Africa. We'll get into that. And we'll, see where else the wind blows us. But that South Africa stuff is sad and all of that. But before we even get into that, good morning, everybody. Before we even get into that, let's get morning to the Wake and Bake crew. Morning to the Wake and Bake crew. And the Flow Show Sam, a flam, of course. And lovely. I hope everything's going well for Tahara. I don't know if y'all have any updates on Tahara, but as far as last week, she's doing well, and I hope she continues to do well. And I hope she will continue to do well. Let me fix that. But first of all, I got an interesting fan mail that I want to cover real quick before we get into all this Diddy mess. Okay, so Lily said Tahara is at home doing wonderful, guys. So just want to update everybody. She is at home doing wonderful. Got a fan mail. Y'all know I address everything. This is the Flow Show No Filter. This fan mail says, just a thought. I love to listen, but I would love to see you all slow down. And this is key. See you all slow down on so much of the personal talk until the issues are covered. All the push-up talk lost me. Now, I don't know about even what the push-ups, I don't even remember what we were talking about or what push-ups were or whatever. But first of all, let me say I appreciate your fan mail. I appreciate that you listen to the show. And I appreciate your honest opinion about how I should do or what I should do with my show. This message seems like it's coming from a place of love, so I appreciate it, and I will address it. First of all, the personal talk is actually on purpose because what I'm building here is a community of people who actually care about each other. First and foremost, a community that cares about each other. The issues will always come. The stories will always come and go. But me and my community, this is a forever thing. So I definitely purposely give personal talk. I definitely purposely pray and stop shows to offer prayers for people who need them, or if it's something they need to talk about, I'll address that head on. And the reason I do that, and I'm not, I appreciate whoever did this fan mail, so don't take it. I love you for even listening to the show. I'm just giving you the honest answer about all the personal talking, what I do. See, this isn't TMZ. See, this isn't CNN. See, at those places, all they give a fuck about is the story and how much many views and how much money they make. That ain't what I'm trying to do. And it's because I've been on this journey. I've learned a lot. All support is appreciated, but all support is not equal, unfortunately. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. See, in my position, I got a lot of people that follow me and love my content, right? But what I've learned is about a year and a half ago, I had some creators who were jealous of me, and I'm not gonna make the story long, but long story short, I had a big interview that everybody want. It was with JP, a pastor who was accused of, or people thought he unalived his wife or whatever. And I covered that story, and actually everybody wanted that interview, and I got it. When I got the interview and I completed the interview, all the other big creators that were mad that I got the interview spread lies that said I was lying about having the interview, that I paid for the interview, just all kind of lies. And the supporters of me and the fans of me who only come to me for stories turned on me immediately. It hurt. I saw so many of my supporters that immediately ran with the, oh, Flo lying about an interview. Mind you, guys, I have the interview completed in my possession. I know I'm not lying. And all of my real supporters who care about me personally and know that I care about them personally, they rode with me to the bitter end. And when I dropped the interview like a couple days later, I set the whole internet on fire, and everybody who held me down was so happy for me. And the ones who showed their true colors couldn't even come back around. And the reason I'm telling you that story, it taught me something. I value all support, but I don't want to feel like I'm not used for personal entertainment. If you use me for personal entertainment and teaching, that's fine, but it's not a good feeling. I like the supporters who actually give a fuck about Flo, because I care about my supporters. I care about my listeners. As you can see, you don't see anybody with my size of a platform who just pray, who will stop and help and pray for everybody and give personal, let y'all know what I'm going through with my son and all type of personal stuff. So I understand that's not everybody's cup of tea, and some people just want the news and get the hell on. And I understand that. But that's just not what I'm building here. I'm not CNN. I'm not MSNBC. See, they don't care. They don't stop their show. If they're going to offer prayers, normally it's about a celebrity or something. But they're not stopping their show for a random person in their chat to say, how are they doing? I am. So I appreciate the fan mail. And just to show you that, like I always say, on this platform, everybody has a voice. I appreciate whoever left that fan mail. And I'm mindful and I take into consideration what you say. So on shows, I do try to keep more of the personal stuff kind of in the beginning and a little bit at the end. And I try to keep all the meat of what we talk about in the middle. And I try to do it like that. And for you, I'm always mindful. I'll try my best, but I can't make promises. But I just wanted to offer that to anybody else that might feel that. Like, I'm not, if the personal talk or the fact that me and a lot of my listeners talk about personal stuff, if that's not your thing, then I am not one bit going to be upset if you go to another podcast or go somewhere else to get your information, because I understand it. But this is a community where, like I said, first and foremost, in this community, I care about y'all, y'all care about me. Then the issues and stories go. So just wanted to clear the air on that. And I love you, whoever sent that fan mail. I hope you continue to enjoy the show. And like I said, anybody else, I do not get offended. If you have anything you want to speak on or send me some fan mail, do not hesitate. Because I love all of y'all, and this platform is for everybody. It ain't just no filter flow. I want y'all to have no filter. You don't have I got thick skin. So if you got something to say, come on and say it. This is the no filter. With all that out the way, let's get back to the show. Much love to everybody in the chat. You know, this is what it's called when somebody actually cares. See, it's rare in these times, so I understand it. It's rare to run across somebody who has millions of fans and followers and still cares. If I know I would get more views if I just come on here and talk about Diddy from the 1 minute to the 1 hour mark. If I just talk about everything Diddy, I'll get a few more views for that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to talk about the stories, but also stay in tune with my community. How are y'all feeling? How was y'all's weekend? Are y'all okay? Are we praying for somebody in the hospital? Are we praying for somebody to get a new job, a new car? That means the world to me. And if I'm not able to do that, I don't want to do this. Now, with all that being said, let's get back into this Diddy, no Diddy, Diddy. So let's talk about the juror. Now that we got that out the way, much love to everybody. Again, I just want to make sure, because sometimes people take things the wrong way. I want to reiterate, much love to whoever left that fan mail. I appreciate your honesty, and I believe it came from a place of love. So I didn't get offended one bit. Let's keep going, y'all. So we got a lot to talk about. Mama Mohawk Diddy is pissed off because she say Diddy didn't hit her. Now, if you've been watching this documentary has shaken Diddy's whole movement to the core, and it probably another nail in the coffin. Let me take real quick. Fire Glory said, "Flo, you don't need to be fake. You don't need to be fake. You show how genuine you are every day. We honor and respect you, Flo. No pun intended. Thank you, Fire Glory. Just wanted to get that out there. Oh, Kathy did her homework. So, Mama Mohawk. The first thing I said when I saw the article, when I saw the headline of this article, and it said that she said that she didn't get hit. Y'all know the first thing I said? I said, that's all you want to deny? See, sometimes people don't understand how when they want to selfishly get their point across, they don't understand how that sometimes that makes everything else look. There was a lot of wild shit in that documentary. You only denying that Diddy hit you, so you basically saying Diddy hit all them other motherfuckers. He just didn't hit you, according to you, Miss Janice Collins. See that sound? See what I'm saying, y'all? Out of that whole documentary, all she's standing 10 toes on is saying that Diddy didn't hit her. So in other words, he did all the rest of that shit. And I believe he still hit his mom. I mean, I don't think the dude gonna make that shit up. Like, what he gonna make that up for? Thank you for the $4.99 super sticker, the $5 holla. I appreciate it. Did I miss any others? I know I've seen the $5 holla. So we're gonna get into the article. But first thing I said, well, damn, you only denying that. What about all the other crazy shit in the documentary? Grandma Kathy says she don't believe her. So let's dive into this. Then we're gonna dive into these lawyers might be quitting on Diddy. Diddy. The thing between him and his lawyers, and we're gonna get there in a second, but the thing between him and his lawyers just shows you Diddy only cares about Diddy. And we'll talk about that. He even was screwing over his lawyers and doing shit behind their back. What a Diddy. Okay, so let's get into this. Sean Daily Mail's Diddy's mother, Janice, furiously explodes at Netflix for false claim he slapped her. Again, I say, is that all so basically that's the only thing he did wrong, he didn't do, according to you? He hit all the rest of everybody else, huh? Just not you. So let's go into it. Sean Diddy Combs' mother, Janice Combs, is pushing back hard against allegations made in Netflix new docuseries Sean Combs: The Reckoning. In a statement to Deadline, Janice accused the streamer of spreading misinformation and falsehoods about her family. Says, I am writing this statement to correct some of the lies presented in Netflix Sean Combs: The Reckoning, released on December 2nd, 2025, she said. These inaccuracies regarding my son Sean's upbringing and family life is intentionally done to mislead viewers and further harm our reputation. News flash, and I say this with all due respect. Y'all know I respect my elders, Miss Mama Mohawk, Janice Combs. With all due respect, y'all reputation was done, fried, baked, broiled before this documentary even came out. I don't know if anybody told y'all that, but I want to be the first to tell you, if nobody else told you, y'all reputation is shot. It can't get no lower, right, than it was before the Netflix documentary. So to act like the Netflix documentary was intentionally done to mislead viewers and further harm our reputation. No. The stuff that came out in that trial, I don't give a damn what the verdict was. The stuff that came out in that trial far exceed the stuff that was. Do you understand what came out in that trial? Diddy having his quote unquote girlfriends getting blasted and smashed by multiple sex workers, flown in, forced to do it, whether they threw up or not. You can't get a worse reputation. So I want to offer a little pushback on even that. But let's continue. The series re-examines Combs' rise and fall, including explosive claims about his conduct at the height of his fame and the family dynamics behind the scenes. But Janice says some of those personal allegations are pure fiction, particularly a key moment centered around the tragedy at City College of New York in 1991. Netflix features an interview with former Bad Boy record exec Kirk Burroughs, who alleges that Combs slapped his mother during a conversation. Now, Kirk Burroughs has basically came out and said he owned 25% of Bad Boy Entertainment, Bad Boy Records, and he was one of the main people who helped get Bad Boy off the ground. And that has been confirmed by numerous people around the situation. Now, Kirk Burroughs says his 25% was stolen from him. And guess what? We haven't heard Diddy or any of his team say that Kirk Burroughs is lying. So for somebody to just get a baseball bat pointed at them so they can sign their 25% over to you, Miss Combs, those are the kind of things that ruin your reputation, not documentaries. Documentaries just let the world know what has been alleged or what has went on around you. But it's the deeds that Diddy has committed. Kirk Burroughs put his heart and soul in the Bad Boy. And once it got going, Diddy told him to kick rocks with no socks and flip-flops. Just foul. You can't do these kind of things to people and then get mad when the world finds out about it. Let me repeat that. You can't do these kind of things to people and then get mad when the world finds out about it. Let's continue. The series re-examines Combs' rise and fall, including explosive claims about his conduct at the height of his fame and the family dynamics behind the scenes. But Janice says some of those personal allegations are pure fiction, particularly a key moment centered around tragedy at City College of New York. Netflix features an interview with former Bad Boy exec Kirk Burroughs, who alleges that Combs slapped his mother during a conversation. Kirk Burroughs says, I saw Janice question Sean. He's going into this music business thing. He just left school, and now this extreme tragedy has occurred. She's like, did you make the right decision? And for asking Diddy or questioning Diddy on did he make the right decision, allegedly Kirk Burroughs says Diddy hit her with a knuckle sandwich. Burroughs alleged he saw this firsthand. And not only did he slap her, he called her a bitch. Janice, however, forcefully rejected that account. Now, do you think she is out here rejecting it because Diddy has pressed her about doing it? Because I feel like she would have already refuted this. It's been said before, but it seems like Diddy is behind the scenes telling everybody who is dependent on his money that they better come out and say something. Definitely. She continued. That was a very sad day for all of us. The allegation stated by Mr. Kirk Burroughs that my son slapped me while we were conversing after the tragic City College events on December 28, 1991 are inaccurate and patently false. She said, calling the platform salacious in its pursuit of viewership. I got a big problem now, y'all. I got a big problem, y'all, because guess what? I hear that Diddy's mom is coming out standing 10 toes, saying that Diddy never slapped her, that never happened, right? Okay. You can come out and say that. But you got to understand that when you say that, it makes us say, well, so y'all did take a baseball bat and threaten him and steal his 25%. Because y'all not even speaking on that. Y'all not even speaking on Kirk Burroughs' main point is that he built Bad Boy. He was a big part of building Bad Boy, and he owned 25%. And once Bad Boy was off and going, y'all stole his 25%, kicked him to the curb, and left him homeless and fucked up out here. That was the gist of, that's what the main thing he was talking about. You getting slapped and called a bitch, Miss Combs, was just a cliff note. It was just a little footnote. But you choose to, that is what you choose to come out about. It's very telling. I'm waiting for somebody to say, we didn't steal his ownership of Bad Boy. We didn't take a baseball bat and threaten him. I don't hear no denials on that. So, you may be you may be able to defend yourself, but in defending yourself, you got to understand it makes us say, wait a minute. That's all you denying? All this crazy shit we hearing going on? That's the only thing you denying? Interesting. Let's continue. The allegation stated by Mr. Kirk Burroughs that my son slapped me while we were conversing is inaccurate. She continued that was a very sad day for all of us, referencing the overcrowded school gym event promoted by Combs that ended with 9 people killed and nearly 30 people injured. Now, Ms. Combs, I'm sure that was a sad day for you, but what about the ones who lost their lives and their family members? It was more than a sad day for them. See, even in the Diddy family, even in their argument, it's rooted in shallowness. It's rooted in emptiness. It has no stuff to it. We don't give a damn if it was a sad day for you and Diddy. People lost their lives at that event. It was a sad, horrific day for them that if it wasn't for your son, their son or daughter would still be here today. But because your son only cared about the money and promoted and oversold tickets and only paid $500 for security of an event that you sold thousands of tickets for. And now these people have lost their children's lives. Nobody gives a damn that if you say it was a sad day for you and Diddy. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you what obviously you don't have anybody else around to tell you. It doesn't hit well. It doesn't come across well when you're trying to have us have pity on you. Mama, you damn near 90 years old. You damn near you got probably what 70 more years of living more than some of those kids and teenagers and college students that lost their life. Remember that. She said for him to use this tragedy and incorporate fake narratives to further his prior failed and current attempt to gain what was never his, Bad Boy Records is wrong, outrageous, and past offensive. In a statement to the Daily Mail, Diddy spokesperson Judah Engelmeyer said, at this stage, there is nothing further to add except this. Many of the allegations and claims referenced in that documentary were never properly vetted, verified, or shown to be accurate. The truth will come out in the appropriate form and at the appropriate time. Janice has remained a steady presence in Combs' life, including throughout the explosive 8-week criminal trial in New York early this year. She sat in court daily, listening to graphic testimony portraying her son as a violent abuser of women and a longtime drug user. Let's break that down, y'all. See, that's what we do on the Flow Show, No Filter. Y'all know what we do. We take the bullshit and we flush that down the toilet. And we only deal with the real stuff. So for her to say, for this spokesperson, and you already know, if you're a Diddy spokesperson, you already slimy and grimy anyway. And I ain't just me saying it. Watch the documentary. Diddy said it out of his own mouth. He told his lawyer, we need the dirtiest, grimiest companies to work with us. We need the companies that work with the dirty and the grimy. Y'all heard Diddy say it right out of his mouth. So I would imagine this spokesperson is dirty and grimy. And listen to this statement. She sat in court daily listening to graphic testimony portraying her son as a violent abuser of women. No, not portrayed. We saw it in 4K. Ain't no fucking portrayed. Portrayed is acting like. Portrayed is saying I'm a portray me as a woman abuser. I don't touch women. I don't put my hands on women. Portray it implies that it was a lie. Man, whoever this spokesperson, we saw Diddy violently abusing women on video. That's not portraying. That's my eyes seeing what I saw. And she also goes on to say, portraying her son as a violent abuser of women and a long-time drug user. Diddy himself said he was a long-time drug user. So what do you mean portraying? See, everybody who even works with Diddy is shady as fuck. Listen to this statement. That's not portrayed. Diddy himself, his lawyers said they blamed it on the drugs. So he wasn't portrayed. Look up the definition of portray. Matter of fact, let's look up the definition of portray. And let's see. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe all this time I thought portray meant something else. What is the definition of portray? No, not portrait, portray. What is the definition of portray? I just want to be clear. Okay, so to portray means to describe, depict, or represent someone or something in a particular way. It's creating an image or likeness. Creating. Nothing was created. This was real hard and facts. Let's go back to this article. I got a feeling that Diddy's spokesperson is a greaseball. It could be me, but I'm just saying. I'm sure she'll say anything, or he or she will say anything for $1. And here we are. She goes on to say, Combs was raised by Janice, a single mother and former school bus driver, after his father, Melvin Combs, was fatally shot on Central Park West when the future mogul was just 3 years old. She raised Sean and his sister Keisha in poverty before watching him build one of the biggest empires in hip-hop before it imploded following his high-profile arrest at Park Hyatt Hotel last year. Combs, who was once one of the most powerful figures in entertainment, vehemently denied the sex trafficking charges brought against him. His legal team argued the sexual encounters at the center of the case were consensual, though they acknowledged evidence of domestic abuse. Janet's statements adds a fresh layer of controversy around the Netflix series documentary, which has continued to dominate headlines following its release. The Daily Mail reached out. Nobody reached back. And they continue to say that it's a hit piece. I don't feel sorry. It's like Diddy and his camp are looking for sympathy. You're just not going to get it. Delusional. I see it. Right. Exactly. Let's go to the chat. It says, so the video of him dragging Cassie was fake. Of course, it was all real. But if you listen to them, they act like it's fake. Diddy was portrayed as a woman abuser. He wasn't portrayed. He actually did the deed. We saw it in 4K. So to say portray is, I think, is a little disingenuous. But it ain't just Mama Combs that's pissed off. Diddy's lawyers, namely Mark Agnafilo, damn near want to drop him as a client after finding out he was being recorded without his knowledge. See, Diddy don't, You can't trust Diddy. Diddy don't give a shit about anybody but himself. Why are you recording your lawyer without their knowledge? That's foul. And you recording as you cussing him out, acting like he don't know what he's doing. And you know what's funny? To my real serious, in tune listeners, I want y'all to think all the way back to around the trial and before the trial and what was going on. Don't y'all remember that I kept saying that I could tell that Diddy is running his he's not listening to his lawyers, and he is running his own, basically his own legal defense. Remember, I kept saying that because I could tell the narratives that were being pushed out there and how they were coming. Y'all remember I was saying that? And here we go now. Fast forward to the documentary. We get behind the scene footage of Diddy doing exactly what I said he was doing, just from me reading tea leaves. If y'all remember, think back. I kept saying like, hey, y'all, I could tell Diddy is making a lot of these calls. And now, if you look at the documentary, when he was talking to Mark Agnifilo, he was like, we losing. You ain't doing this right. You ain't doing that right. He was like, it's big deal that you're doing something with CNN. He said, but it's 9 million people out here, 9 billion people, and 7 billion of them are on Instagram. And so it just showed exactly what I said the whole time. Diddy don't respect nobody else. He thinks he's a better lawyer, or better this, or better that than anybody. He think he's better than you at your own profession. And now you got lawyers that are pissed because they didn't know they were being recorded. Hence this article, Diddy portrays attorney with hidden camera footage. The music mogul hired someone to film conversations with criminal defense Mark Agnifilo without his knowledge. Sean Diddy Combs is facing backlash after footage surfaced showing he secretly recorded conversations with his criminal defense attorney Mark Agnifilo. Stabbed Mark in the back. Who has Diddy not stabbed in the back? The revelation came through a Netflix documentary about the music mogul's legal troubles, exposing private discussions that Agnifilo reportedly had no idea were being filmed. The documentary, produced by one of our faves, 50 Cent, includes video shot by someone Diddy hired to chronicle his life during a turbulent period. In the footage, Diddy appears furious with Agnifilo and his entire legal team while discussing his impending arrest, barking that they were losing the case and expressing dissatisfaction for their handling of his legal troubles. Now, sources close to the situation confirm that Mark did not know Diddy had hired someone to record their conversations. The footage shows private attorney-client discussions that most legal experts consider off limits. The secret recording raises serious questions about trust and professional boundaries between Diddy and his defense team. Mark Geragos, Diddy's longtime attorney in other matters, addressed the controversy on the latest episode of Two Angry Men. When asked by co-host Harvey Levin about the situation, Geragos made his position clear. If he discovered a client was secretly recording their conversations, he would be absolutely furious. His response underscores the severity of Diddy's actions within the legal community. Diddy even screwed over his lawyers. I just got a great statement from the chat. I had to read it aloud. Enoch says, "Good for Mark. When the victims and others were secretly recorded, Mark didn't say anything. Excellent point, Enoch. What goes around comes around, and karma is undefeated. And by the way, I see a lot of people saying it in the chat. I didn't know. Diddy has a sister, but he doesn't speak about her much. You don't hear much about Diddy's sister. I think I'm surprised about that. But yeah, Mark might quit on Diddy. Let's go back to the chat on this one. Vanetta, is that Vanetta? Yeah, Vanetta says that documentary hurt his lawyers. I bet they put a video. Bet they put a video document in their client paperwork from this point on. Yeah, where like you're not allowed to record me unless I give you permission. That was filed, but that just shows you. Guess what? Recording Diddy's and his lawyers' personal conversations. Guess who that benefits, or guess who can capitalize off of that? Diddy. So if Diddy can make money, Diddy don't give a shit who it affects or whose trust he has to break. You mean to tell me you can't tell your lawyers that everything is like you having somebody record everything? They fighting for your life. They getting dogged because they even deal with you. Fire Glory says, man, I don't know how all these people stood for this man's bullshit. So much trauma this man gave out like he was giving candy. A lot pissed me off, but that shit of taking Biggie off of the cover of that magazine was foul. Yeah, we didn't even get that. We missed that. We didn't even talk about that on the show. Biggie was set up to be on wasn't Rolling Stone. I think Biggie was supposed to be on the cover of Rolling Stone, and Diddy said, no, take him off and put me on there. Just foul. Just foul. So, yeah, but back to the lawyer. Mark Video might be quitting, y'all. He might be quitting on Diddy. Don't be surprised. This is a lot coming out of this, man. And we know Diddy was pretty much able to watch the documentary in prison. How do we know that? Because everybody's favorite genius, 50 Cent. Complex Magazine told us that 50 Cent appeared to confirm that he did the ABC interview because that is one of the few channels that he knows Diddy will have in prison. So 50 Cent, if y'all saw that interview on ABC, 50 Cent purposely did that interview because he knew Diddy could watch ABC in the prison. 50 is just the gift that keeps on giving. Shout out to my boy 50, man. You always been solid to me, man. 50 has always treated me golden. Since every time I've ever seen him and been around him, and he's always treated me like gold. So I'll always be a supporter of 50 Cent. Like I said, he had my back when I don't even know why he had my back. I was a nobody back then, and he had my back. So 50 is trolling. He knew Diddy could watch ABC in the prison, so he said, let me do this ABC interview. So Diddy could watch me in 4K. I don't know. Do they got 4K in prison? I don't know if they got 4K in prison. But 50 Cent, once again, trolling Diddy, hinted at his recent ABC News interview about Sean Combs' The Reckoning may have been done specifically so the Bad Boy founder could see it from behind bars. In an Instagram post, 50 posted an unsourced tweet that read, finding out 50 Cent agreed to do an interview with ABC News station only because it's one of the few stations that are allowed to watch in prison. He's a menace. 50 is something else. So we do know Diddy was able to watch 50's documentary interview live and see it straight from himself. He didn't have to get it. He didn't have to get it third person. Oh yeah, I'm sending every message. I'm flooding 50 Cent's message. I need part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all remember Trapped in the Closet by R. Kelly? It was like 1,000 parts. We need 1,000 parts. We need everything covered from the rooter to the tutor. 50. Cent in that interview says 50 insisted that there's no personal vendetta against Diddy. He even called Combs his favorite villain. I don't know him to be tough, 50 said. We haven't even had problems. They all say we've had beef for 20 years, but I hired both of his sons for different projects. So I don't have that energy toward him. He added that any criticism he's voiced came only after others began raising concerns about Diddy's behavior. When other people pointed out those situations, then I said, oh, okay, but we never got there, said 50. The rapper echoed similar sentiments in GQ interview where he denied any personal grudge and said the docuseries wasn't part of a revenge campaign. Instead, he described himself as someone stepping up to speak when others won't. If someone's not saying something, then you would assume everybody in hip-hop is okay with what's going on, 50 told the magazine. He also joked that if he did have an agenda, the documentary would have looked very different. I would have focused on the fact that you're the only man in jail for transporting male sex workers. 50 even jokingly claimed Diddy sent him flowers recently. Whether Diddy actually saw the ABC interview remains unknown, but if 50 Cent's goal was to make sure the message reached him, he's not exactly being subtle about it. 50, 50, 50. I don't know what the next moment gonna bring. This has been crazy. Hey, Tahara. What's going on, Tahara? How you feeling? I take a little break. I seen Tahara in the chat. Tahara, how you feeling? How you feeling? We all happy to see you in the chat and doing your thing. Hope you had a great weekend. By the way, we got to get to some other stuff, but by the way, shout out to all of y'all. My social media just went crazy in the past week or so. My TikTok, remember, my TikTok is back. And my TikTok is back, and I'm back monetized on TikTok. Y'all remember they banned me and all that. Y'all know I was a bad boy before Diddy. Before this Diddy trial, I was a bad boy, and TikTok banned me. But let me let y'all know, I have got on TikTok. Let me tell you what's been going on. And go follow my TikTok. It's called Flow Daddy Flow. Flow Back Up is my TikTok. But on my TikTok account, I got, in the last post, I got 300 since yesterday, 325,000 views on my 50 Cent Diddy documentary review. I got 748,000 views on my other review, 300,000 on another view, and 600,000 on another one. That's just TikTok. Then on Instagram, have y'all been sharing my stuff or like really been watching my social media? It's been going crazy. Y'all have to been pushing it or something. I got 1 million on my Diddy 50 Cent review, 1.2 million, 200,000, 214,000, 750,000. Like all these in the past few days. Y'all are a mess. Whatever y'all doing, keep sharing. Go to my TikTok, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Facebook. Whatever the hell y'all are doing, please keep doing it, because there is not even another creator that has as many views, nowhere near as many views on this 50 Cent Diddy documentary recap. I'm at like probably about 6 million views right now, maybe 5 million at the least. And that's all because of y'all out there. And please continue and congratulate me, y'all. I'm back monetized and I'm back on TikTok. Remember, I had the Flow Show No Filter got a TikTok, but I made my own TikTok, and it got monetized over the weekend. I got so many followers. So shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, and guess what? And then, I didn't even say YouTube. And YouTube is my smallest platform, but it's growing tremendously. But even on YouTube, so let me not forget YouTube. Thank you, Fire Glory, for even bringing that up. But on YouTube, on my YouTube shorts, and this is, views are hard to come by on YouTube. Like, you got to earn them bitches. I got 134,000 views, 36,000 views, 32,000, 13,000, and another 134,000. 134,000 views on YouTube. That's a lot of views on YouTube. Anybody that does YouTube knows that's a lot. So yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Continue. I appreciate the support. I appreciate that y'all enjoy my commentary on the Diddy and other stuff, but y'all have pushed my shit crazy. And I just gotta say thank you. Matter of fact, put a 1 in the chat if you follow me on either TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram. Put a 2 in the chat if you follow me on all three, but put a 1 in the chat if you at least follow me on one. I just like to see what's going on. Thank you for hitting the like. 1 in the chat if you follow me on one of my on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Or put a 2 in the chat if you follow me on all three. And if you don't follow me on all three, what the hell are you doing? What the hell? Make sure y'all follow me on all three. But my social media is going crazy. Like I'm getting 1 million every time I say something. I'm getting 1 million views. So y'all are the shit. So let me just appreciate y'all. I know I had to stop, but y'all know I'm a thankful ass. And when y'all come through for me the way y'all have, I just gotta be thankful. And to be quite honest, with all this extra stuff going on in my life, being monetized on TikTok can help out a few things. So thank you. I want to end this kind of like on a sadder note, y'all. Y'all know we gotta talk about the difficult stuff. Who's all familiar with the mass shooting that went on in South Africa at some South Africa bar? 12 dead, and I believe out of those 12, I think 3 of them were actually children. And as far as when I saw the article, they hadn't even found out who did the shit yet. Prayers to them, and we're gonna go over that, y'all. We're gonna go over this mass shooting in South Africa. But let's see what we got in there. Facebook and Insta, okay, Fire Glory, and YouTube, okay. Thank you so much, y'all. So South Africa mass shooting, 12 dead and deadly bar massacre. A mass shooting tore through an unlicensed bar in South Africa over the weekend, leaving 12 people dead, including 3 young children. Those 3 young children will never get to see life as an adult. As police searched for multiple gunmen who opened fire without warning. The attack went down early Saturday inside a bar operating out of a hostel west of Pretoria. Cops say 10 victims died on the scene and 2 more passed away at the hospital. Among the dead were a 3-year-old boy, a 12-year-old boy, and a 16-year-old girl, all caught in a hail of bullets during what should have been an ordinary night of locals. Another 13 people were rushed to the hospital with gunshot wounds. Authorities haven't released their ages or conditions. Police say they're looking for 3 male suspects believed to have stormed into the bar before unloading gunfire at random. We are told that at least 3 unknown gunmen entered the hostel where a group of people were drinking and they started randomly shooting. A police spokesperson told national broadcaster ABC the motive remains unknown. We don't even know why. We don't even know what the motive was. Sad mass shooting, man. It's been all over the internet. I'm surprised you haven't seen it, Enoch, but that's what my show is here for. You missed it, I'm gonna make sure you catch it. But it just shows, man, where we are in this world, man. Just no regard for life, no regard for human life. We just randomly shooting and popping off, killing kids. And I'm sure those bullets weren't even meant for the kids, but when I grew up, my auntie had a famous saying, bullets don't have eyes. And so when you go somewhere and you just, I'm sure there was somebody in that bar that somebody had beef with, so they went to go get them, and next thing you know, they don't care if you killing all kind of people, man, because you're going after certain people. That shit is foul. Thank you, Island. Island said she got me on all 3. Okay. So let me before I flow, this is just sad, y'all. And the fact that we don't even know the motive. We don't even know the motive for these people who lost their lives in an unlicensed bar. It's always some unlicensed place. That's another thing, y'all. Ain't it always Flow Daddy, flow back up? Ain't it always some unlicensed? Oh yeah, I'm about to mention that. Put that up there. Ain't it always some like unlicensed bar where crazy shit happen? It's just sad. That's why you got that fucking license, man. If you're not following, it's Flow Daddy Flow on by the way, it's Flow Daddy Flow on Instagram and TikTok. I mean Instagram and Facebook. And then it's Flow Daddy Flow Backup. I'm putting it in the chat. So y'all, for those who don't follow me, Flow Daddy Flow Backup on TikTok and Flow Daddy Flow just regular on Instagram and Facebook. Mel, hey Mel said she wanted to tell everybody she loved you. But I got to get back. Thank you so much, Mel. Before I got to announce this too. Thank you, C Tuck. Another senseless killing. We have a club here called Medusa that I don't think is going to be open much longer. It's too many deaths surrounding this club and too many people getting shot. But anyway, another person was killed at Medusa nightclub right here in Cleveland. And just fucking sad, man. Thank you, C Tuck, for bringing that up. I saw it, but I actually forgot to mention it. And I'm actually trying to find the story. Oh, here we go. A 23-year-old man was fatally shot at the Medusa nightclub early this morning, basically last night. According to witnesses, the victim was chased to the bathroom and fatally shot. Witnesses also stated no security on site rendered aid to the victim or tried to stop the bleeding. Multiple witnesses stated that the victim bled out on scene and was pronounced dead on arrival. Many people are also wondering, how did a firearm get inside of the club in the first place when you have security at the fucking door? Medusa, count your fucking days, man. And I know the owners. I know people who make money at Medusa. So It took a long time. I haven't spoke on it. Y'all should shut y'all fucking doors, man. Close y'all doors, man. When somebody is inside of your club getting chased in the bathroom, shot, and then your security on top of that, nobody helped or rendered aid, it's time to close up shop, turn the lights off. Turn the lights off. It's just sad, and I hate that it happened. But prayer to this young 23-year-old that lost his life, and Medusa, do the right thing, man. Close that bitch up. I'm tired of hearing about people getting shot and killed at that club. Prayers to Tahira, but as I know, another successful, great show. We're going to end that shit right here, y'all. I appreciate every last one of you listeners, every last one of you supporters, the millions that watch my social media, the millions that push my content. Thank you all. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's get the Amos in the chat. We back for Taco Tuesday tomorrow at the Flow Show No Filter podcast every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to all my Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, my healthcare workers, my nursing home people, the people in the hospitals, all of y'all who make this thing work. Big shout out. Let's get the Amos in the chat, y'all. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Let's get the Amos in the chat. Once I get the first, it's been a big delay too today, y'all. Okay, so Lily says, have a wonderful day, family. Love to you all. I'm out. Fire Glory says, we love you as always. Stay warm. It's cold outside. I'm out. LOL. Bye, Flo. See you, Fire Glory. See you, Lily. C Tuck says, I'm out. Have a safe and wonderful day, everybody. Enoch says, take care, fam. Love y'all. I'm outie. And Elise says, I'm out. I'll be here tomorrow. Everyone have a good day. And I'm going to end it on Elise. Love you so much, Elise. Hope everything going good. Always a great supporter of the show. And as always, here on the Flow Show No Filter, as always, y'all know I love y'all. I love y'all. You know I do. But I'm